Good morning. Oh my goodness. It's been a couple of days and a lot has been going on. But I'm here and I'm up and it's early. But decided to take some time and come to the great state of Texas, and it is day. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm just walking, getting my walk on. Y'all know how I do early. Because what we always say, health is wealth. And you got to stay fit. You got to stay active. It's hard work, it's discipline. But the results in the end is that you got a good ticker. That heart is going. And you get to live long. So yeah, I encourage everybody to do some type of physical activity, or, even if it's just a brief walk. These pharmaceutical companies are pumping us full of drugs instead of curing us. They want to give you a pill for something instead of them just telling you to do the right thing by eating right, proper diet, proper exercise. It doesn't have to be nothing strenuous. You don't got to go into the gym and lift 500, 600, 700 pounds. 3 times a week is really all you need, about 20 minutes. It would be great if you could do it longer, but yeah, just get active, get moving. So that's what I do every day. Try to get out here and get it in no matter where I am. So that's called dedication. But I want to get on here and talk today because so much of stuff that has gone on. I mean, every day we wake up and we hear something crazy on the news. It's just the crazy times that we're living in. There was a shooting at the White House. They apparently have pew-pewed and unalived the suspect. Trump is trying to pass this reparations bill, this $1 billion reparations bill for these January 6ers, as if they asses need any goddamn money. I think it's an insult, to be honest with you. You have these people who committed a crime, an insurrection, because Lord knows if they were black, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. First of all, if they were black, their asses would be underneath of the damn jail. They would never see the light of day. But majority of these people who did it were white. And now they're looking to get reparations. So explain to me, how the hell does your ass get reparations for doing a damn crime? The orange man gave them all pardons damn near. Or basically some of them got slaps on the wrist. But yet and still, if it was somebody black, first of all, none of them would be in jail, to be honest with you. Half of them would probably have been unalive. They probably would have called the National Guard in there and would have pew-pewed everybody if it was somebody black that did this. First of all, it wouldn't have been nobody black doing this, because we don't do that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to resort to violence to get our point across. We've never been that people. And it makes you wonder how much patriotic these people are by even storming the White House, because where do you get off even doing that type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? But when you're white, you're right in America. So, these people are trying to have or get reparations for being in jail for a crime that they committed. That's the audacity that these people have. That is the sickness that these people are. So it makes me wonder why people are even upset, to be honest with you, because this is their MO. This is what they do. You know, you have a lot of these white supremacists out here who claim to be patriotic, but they're not really patriotic. Is their way or no way? And I think a lot of them are waking up now and realizing that the wool and the sheep clothing was pulled over their eyes. A lot of them are broke. Look at those white farmers up there. These white farmers voted for Trump. And now you have these same white farmers who are crying because they basically about to lose their properties. With all these tariffs and stuff that Trump has placed on a lot of the imports and stuff that we get to the U.S., you know, it's messing up a lot of businesses. It's causing a lot of these big retail stores, excuse me, to close. You know, they're closing a lot of Starbuckses. They're closing a lot of these department stores are going out of business. And it's actually not that I really feel bad, because a lot of these corporations have made millions and millions and millions of dollars. But I kind of feel bad in a way because of just the way the state of the country is going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've said this before, so many people who are just really down and out and bad. And it's not even something that they did. It's not even something that, like, people out here just spending frivolously and blowing money. First of all, people ain't even got money to blow. You know, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are working mad jobs. You know, when you start seeing these big retail chain stores closing, that is a tall tale sign that things are not going great. You know what I'm saying? If we, us the people, can't afford to buy the goods, then these stores can't afford to stay open, because who's going in the stores to buy their stuff? You know, even some of the luxury designer brands are feeling the crunch now. You know, because really their main buyers are middle class, working class people like myself. You know, that's who they depend on. So now these companies are starting to feel this recession, because we are in a recession. You know, they're feeling this high inflation. People don't have the luxury of going out and spending money like they used to. People are holding on to their pocketbooks and their wallets, because feeding your family and putting a roof over your head is way more important than trying to walk around with a Louis Vuitton bag or a Gucci bag. You know, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with going to buy those things if you want to, but a lot of people are choosing to put family and necessities over materialistic and wants. So a lot of these companies are feeling it, especially the mom and pop businesses, the local businesses. Me, I think it's more important to support them than your bigger chain restaurants. But unfortunately, a lot of these mom and pop businesses, especially during COVID, went out of business. And, you know, unfortunately, due to the economy, you know, the economy just never fucking really recovered from COVID, man. It's just crazy. It's real crazy, man. Everybody, you know, stay prayed up. But not only do you need to stay prayed up, but you need to stay protected. And y'all know what I mean by protected. I got to watch my words on this internet. But y'all just got to make sure y'all keep yourselves protected, because there's a lot of wannabes like Chud, the Bussy Builder, going around and antagonizing, causing some type of racial war. You know, you just got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to pay attention to your surroundings at all times. Don't get caught slipping. It's a cold world out here, and don't nobody owe you anything. So just make sure y'all keep safe. And I'll be back for more content. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. And I'll be back later. Peace.